Hello, brothers and sisters of land, welcome to my base, my best common sense. I try to keep it down and then to get in under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, it's something very important and not important to liberals, libertars, people like God, people like to smoke, people like to drink, people like AOS, people like DMT, people like wearing water. Listeners' discretion is advised. Okay? But this video is going to be pertaining to, okay, how to handle a combative, hard of hearing type of knucklehead type female.
Daddy, I want you to go to the kitchen, please.
Oh, okay. Let me go to the kitchen. You said the magic word. You said please. Okay. I teach my daughters please and may I, proper manners. But I get kind of loud sometimes. This is all therapeutic for me. How to handle a combative. Don't you drop that on that floor. Don't you drop that on that floor. That bowl is right there. Okay? All right. How to handle it. The first thing you have to do is contain yourself. Like, relax. No matter how wrong she is, there are professional ways of dealing with the shit. Okay? You have to calm down. Okay? Because you've been nice for too long. If you've been in the position to where you've been nice and you know this woman you was dealing with had tried to rob you or some shit like that, because I talked to this guy about it and I said, hey, so how can you affect her in the positive and negative way? How can you work that out? The first thing is that if she got kids or something like that, let her get the money, okay? But if you already know that she stole money from you, that means she owe you money, okay? You don't have to go to the law officials and all that other bullshit. So how can you make up for the lost money, okay? Does she drive, okay? You got to know, does she have windows to be needs repaired? What does she have that you can take from her by force, okay? That you can take. And you got to think about those things in advance without hurting her, okay? It's just materialism, because women are very materialistic and you got to find some other way. Does she have, does the kids, have certain things that they need, okay? How would you be able to go about taking those things away from the kids because she's causing you that much heartache and pain, okay? You got to think about all those things. But to deal with a female who's running her mouth, okay, don't argue. Just say this is what you need to keep yourself safe, okay? And what all she's going to do is run to the cops, okay, or run to white daddy. So you're going to have to pre-think these things through thoroughly, because you don't want to snap and kill your children and all that other shit. Because I've seen stories where man just snap up and just kill his daughters and shit like that. Don't do that. I remember this story where this guy was playing his video game and he snapped and killed his own child. Okay? And I'm like, Jesus, that's such a video game. The child pulled down the system by accident. But other than that, you got to know how to contain yourself, guys. You don't want women and children to make you lose focus. There's a lot of guys in jail for doing some heinous shit because they didn't think things through. When you think things through, things come out better, okay? There are many ways to getting your way. And so if you just think about it thoroughly, you'll be okay. So what else is there to say about that, okay? Think about things thoroughly of how to get even with her or something like that, because you tried the therapy, you tried to talk to her, she didn't want to hear, okay? So now you got another tactics in order to fix the problem without breaking the law, okay? So if you can find that way, you get kudos for that, okay? And sometimes you may need to entice fear in order to get this message across, or maybe you have to give her a taste of what your manliness can do, because you can't do it no other way, and nobody's willing to try to help you. So you have to put matters in your own hands. You just can't let it go because she's just feeding off of you or the system or whatever, and you can't really help it. But I'm just trying to tell you guys, okay, always have a plan for things before you get too deep. Because if you get too deep in stuff, you might not be able to get out. But if you need help with a little bit of magic, however, you can actually come to me and I'll help you with that. But please understand this one thing. If you want something to happen to the woman that you're dealing with, make sure you're not at fault. Because my magic does not work like that. My magic does not work like that. If you did something wrong to her and you deserve everything you get, my magic will not work. But if you're completely innocent, I don't have nothing. You don't have to prove it to me. I'm just going to try to tell you, my magic is not going to work if you did something wrong to her, or if she felt like left out in the cold, or you tried to cheat on her, or you did something that you disgraceful shit. My magic don't work. But I did it for a few guys and it was successful. So that's why you come to me if you got a problem with something. Okay? Come to me if you got a problem with somebody. Okay, it's untraceable. This is not some type of, folklore type magic type shit here. If she did something wrong to you and you tried your best, come to me and I'll help you with your problems with your females and dealing with that shit. I told you. Okay? Other than that, that's all I really wanted to say, you guys. You come to me, you follow me in my inbox, and I will help you deal with the female that you're dealing with, and I will help you ease the pain, because she causes you pain for no reason, and you tried everything in your power. Even though I don't need her side, it's just that my magic does not work if you did something wrong. If you did something wrong, okay, I know guys who burn their own houses down because that woman is living in his house. She said he don't give a fuck about the children. That's good for him because he started it. He has to start over again, and he's spending some time in jail because he burnt his own house. But guess what? It was her fault. Okay, so other than that, there's many things you can do to a female who had tried to screw you over. Now, I'm not talking to you guys that screwed over a female now here or abused her in some kind of illogical way without giving her a way out. I'm not talking to... Why is my daughter... She's like loud again. I ain't gonna handle that. I'll handle that later. And so I'm like, you gotta understand to think things through. Like Raymond Rennington on the motherfucking blacklist. If you can think things through and shit carefully, you'll always get away with all the things you can ever imagine. You won't have to worry about some law trying to chase you because you said something you didn't say or hearsay. You don't have to just be clever enough and smart enough to know what she's going to do in advance. And most women are not very bright, so think about it like that, okay? Don't just kill off your kids and kill off your wife. I seen that fucking video. I was like, damn, you killed your kids too? Jesus Christ, motherfucker. You put them in the burial ground in the oil well somewhere. Gee, what did the kids do? What the fuck did the kids do to deserve that shit? Okay. But it's more white folks who do the most heinous shit to their families. I know a guy, I seen it on the news, and this guy stabbed his wife because she didn't cook a steak right. I was like, what the fuck kind of shit? This is another guy who said, I would kick a woman out if she disobeys me in any kind of fashion. I'm like, that's kind of cruel. Don't you think that? That's a bit harsh now. But other than that, there's guys who do some heinous shit too. But I'm telling you, time's gonna start changing for women. That Me Too shit ain't gonna last. You could call all the cops you want, and then they disappeared, and nobody know where they went. That somebody got a hitman or some shit. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit. I deal with magic, okay? And that's another way of dealing with shit, especially if you all stressed out. But that's all I really want to say. Come to me if you got a problem with your woman or your whore. But I don't think I would deal with hoes though. If she's a whore and you know she's a whore, that's on you. If you've been warned, and then you still deal with her, my magic ain't work because you've been warned too many times. If she's your wife and she been sleeping around, she got niggas in your house with your kids and shit laying around, that's your house. You know what to do, right? Okay, you can take another approach, take a magical approach. You can't really do too much because she got your house and you have to destroy it. Like this other white man, he destroyed his own property. He served some time for it, but he didn't serve that much. But other than that, it's better to do that than to deal with she living in your house. Okay, fuck that. No bitch is living in my house without me, no repercussions. So holy shit, okay. I told you I do magic. I don't have to be there. I got a camera on me all the time. You got an alibi? Man, that camera right there. There you go. Go check it. I don't leave my house. I do everything in this house here. And then they gotta prove that you did some magic spell or something. No, I ain't do no magic spell. I was just fucking around, okay? You gotta think like that, okay? But you come to me if you need help, okay? Or some shit like that. Even though I mean that my magic may not work at all. It's all pseudo magic, right? Yeah, it's all pseudo magic. I'm the oogie man. I'm the woogie man, okay? Talk to you later. Peace.